Hey? Okay. My name is Michael, and this is my beautiful wife Sandra and our son Maddox. We've been coming to Burwood Church for approximately 8 years at the moment, and this is our story.
Our son Maddox has been battling a brain tumour for most of his life, if not all of his life. About 18 months ago, we sought out a couple of surgeons to see what we could do with it. All 3 surgeons said to us, it's completely inoperable, can't touch it, way too dangerous. No one was going to attempt to get anywhere near it, so we were just hoping that it wouldn't grow at all. Then April this year, we found out that the tumour is starting to grow, and because it's in such a dangerous location, we had to find some other options. So we decided to go back to our surgeon of choice in Sydney, our only hope we had, to see what options there were out there. And when we approached him this year, he said to us, no, he's still not going to operate, it's still too dangerous to tackle it. After discussing over some lengthy time, he decided that he would give Maddox a chance of life and attempt to operate and remove the tumour. We were told that left side paralysis would be a great outcome, and eventually over time he'll learn to walk again and run again. So we took that on board and we got prepared for the worst case scenario. We spoke about it a lot, Michael and I, and we came to the conclusion and we agreed with the surgeon to go in and just to give our son a chance of life to do the operation. And that surgery was performed very soon afterwards, and that was done in May this year. Straight after surgery, he woke up remarkably well. He was in ICU for a short time, less than 24 hours post-surgery, and he was discharged from hospital. So we were back in our hotel room, based there for some time until we were given the all clear to go back to Melbourne. He had no side effects post-surgery. He's had absolutely nothing go wrong with him.
I know everything went really well, better than expected, or I think even what the surgeons even hoped for.
Yeah.
It turned out, really well.
Our surgeon just had no words as to how, looking at the images, how much was touched in his brain and the extremely dangerous location as to how he's turned out now.
With Maddox's whole life, I think, taking away the tumour side of things, he had a lot of issues, I think, early on in life without the tumour. And I think our prayer probably started, I'd say probably within maybe 6 weeks of when he was born. And I think we've seen God's hand leading him and us through the whole process and through his whole life.
The only thing we knew what to do was to pray. It's the only thing we could do at the end. Coming to Maddox's surgery this year, there was no hope left for us. With all the surgeons saying they're not going to touch it, some of his surgeons actually said to us, just enjoy him for how long we've got. And we were getting those comments from specialists throughout the last, I'd say, 12 months, those awful meetings that I've been attending. And I think the only thing we knew what to do was to pray, and our faith in God had to just continue to grow, and it's the only thing we had left.
Yeah, and I think that God's hand in Maddox's life has been really prevalent and there to see with every step of it.
It'll be, for Maddox, it is a lifelong battle to continue on, and we just keep praying, and we've seen God's work in miraculous ways in his life so far, and we trust in that God will continue to deliver him and heal him from everything that will come his way. It's given me a whole new perspective on life. I didn't even know these things could happen, you know, because you hear these stories all the time, but when it happens to yourself, like, that's real. Like, you don't imagine these things to happen to yourself. But we're going to fight to the end with him, so yeah, and we're going to continue to do that too.